All right, here we are at part 3 of setup. So we have GitHub installed, or we have Git installed, we have a GitHub account, we have GitHub desktop installed, we've done a little bit of HTML and a tiny bit of CSS. So let's check it in. It's always a good idea to kind of check in as you go. So I don't actually want this border. It's kind of ugly. So I'm going to comment it out. Which is I'm going to select the line and I'm going to hit Command // So / is the one that's under the question mark, just to the left of your Shift key on the right hand side. So if I hit Command // it's going to automatically give me a CSS comment. It knows what the file type is by the .css part of the file. So same thing in index.html. Let's say I want to maybe add a comment here. I can do Command / and it'll give me an HTML comment because it knows it is an HTML file. So I'm going to say start of column 1, something like that. Cool. So now that we've gotten rid of those ugly borders, let's check this in. So I'm going to move to my GitHub desktop app. A really nice way to move around your computer, if you're on a Mac, is Command Tab. It will let you tab through different apps. So I'm going to, and then also Shift Tab goes backwards, so you can go forwards and backwards. So I'm going to go to the GitHub desktop app, aka the purple app, and I'm going to look through my changes. So this is our brand new workspace file. This is our HTML file, and it shows me all the changes that I made. So I added a whole bunch of lines of code, and then this is my style file. So these are brand new, and then this one is modified. So I want to check these in, and I want to give them some sort of comment to remind me of like what I did to this. So I'm just going to say started building out homepage. Page. Cool. This is the only one you need. You don't need a description, although it doesn't hurt, but this one is required. This one is optional. Cool. So now that I have that, I'm going to say commit to main. When I click this is basically stamping. It's like a timestamp on my files on my computer, but it's not on github.com. So if I go up to my account and I do refresh, and I click on this index.html, none of my changes are there yet. So I need to do one more step. So I've saved it on my computer. I have a timestamp of that. I can actually go back and forth through my history. I have a lot of history because I kind of deleted what I had from previous terms. And then on the right-hand side, it says no local changes. So that means locally I've totally saved. And then it says push commits to the origin remote. So the origin remote is github.com in this case. So think remote is a server somewhere in the Ethernet. So I want to push to that. So I'm going to say push origin. And then that is going to, you'll see this message up here that says fetch origin last fetched just now. So now if I go to github.com and I refresh, so this was my commit 25 minutes ago. If I refresh now, it'll say 1 minute ago. And if I click on and see it added the workspace file, if I click on index, I can see all the code that I just wrote. If I go to style.css, I can see all the code that I wrote here. Just a quick thought. You can actually edit things on github.com, but it means that you have to pull them. If you change them here, you'll want to like pull them down before you like start editing it again so that it's like in sync. It looks like it's mad that I don't have a space here. That's interesting. Anyway, okay, so let's keep going. I'm going to jump back to Visual Studio Code. And I don't know what we should do. Let's add a link. So there's this cute website that's it's the bring your own laptop guy. Where is it? Oh, it's called the random project generator. And it's kind of fun, like make a project. So I made a Figma project. It's called Vancouver J-pop, and it uses a jellyfish as a logo. So let's say this is going to be my project one. I want to name my projects something better than just project one, project two. So let's make a folder called Vancouver J-pop. So over here on the right, I just clicked out of, I've got this index page. I want to like click just in the folder, like in the main folder somewhere. And then I'm going to add a new folder, and I'm going to click on the new folder icon. And I'm going to name this all lowercase Vancouver J-pop. Okay. And then now I have this folder. It doesn't have anything in it. And the very first file that I want for any of these sub projects is going to be index.html. So I'm going to say new file, and see it's inside the J-pop folder. If for some reason you have trouble getting it in the folder, like let's say you're accidentally out here, you haven't clicked on the folder, you can also just click out and kind of start over. But here I am, I've got J-pop, Vancouver J-pop highlighted. I'm going to say, I just right clicked to get this menu. I'm going to say new file. You can also just click that button. New file, and I'm going to call it index.html. Very important that the I is lowercase. And now, just to publish this, I'm going to do the Emmett thing again. I'm going to say exclamation point and then tab. I'm going to change the tab of this to Vancouver J-pop. I guess I'll do a dash. And then I'll just put an H1. Welcome to my Vancouver J-pop page, just so I have something here. Okay, so now I want to go back to my index page and link to that. So I'm just going to close this. It's nice. It tells you what folder it's in. So this one, it says /. That means it's like the very top folder. This one is inside Vancouver J-pop. Let's just close that so we don't get confused. Here's the main index page. So I'm going to get rid of the words project one, and I'm going to make an anchor tag. So less than a space href. And then I think it should fill in the rest. It fills in the attribute. So now I've got the link, and I want this to go to the folder called Vancouver J-pop. So I'm going to type in Vancouver, what did I call it? J-pop. No spaces in these file names. And because it has an index.html file, that's all I have to add. Having the trailing / is a good idea, but not necessary. So I have the link, but it's not, there's nothing to click on. Where's my page again? Homepage. So there's nothing to click on. So I need to add text inside the link. So in between those anchor tags, I'm going to put Vancouver J-pop. And now I have a clickable link. And when I click on it, it should take me to my Vancouver page. So if you see the URL, we're on the index page of our home server. And then when I click on Vancouver, it goes to the Vancouver folder. And because that file is named index.html, it just goes straight to the page. If it doesn't do that, it's probably because you have named your file, your index.html file, with an uppercase I, or maybe it's not in the same directory as your index.html. I'm going to show you what this looks like in the file browser. So if I right click on it, I can say reveal in Finder. And then here's my folder. I'm going to open it up. And so here's my main homepage. And here's my Vancouver JPOP, and then inside that folder is the index.html. So these things, match up to what you see there. You can also look at it different ways if it is helpful. But yeah, you can kind of see the file structure. Cool. 10 minutes already. Geez. So let's go back to the home page. What else should we add? Let's add an image for fun. Let's add a Giphy. So I'm going to go to giphy.com. What do I want to add? A cute animal. That's what I want. Let's see. Oh yeah, bunnies. Okay. So I'm going to click the link. I think it's always different. I'm going to click the link and see if that works. So not the JPOP page, the home page. Let's see, where are we going to put this? We'll put it above the sections. So I'm going to say, well, let's type in IMG. And I think if I type in :S, it will give me image source. Yeah. We're not going to use source set, so you can just get rid of that part right now. It allows you to have different image file sizes depending on what device you're on. Okay, so my image source is from the internet. I copied that link. So I'm just going to paste in the Giphy link. And let's see if that works. Yay, it does. Okay, cool. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe I want to center it. So what's the best way to center it? I guess I could just say center everything inside main. I don't know. It's kind of a funky layout right now. I'm just going to do text align center. Okay, whatever. Oh, it's aligned everything inside of main. Okay, fine. I'll just say if it's main and it's an image, then align it center. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. I did put it inside main, right? Main image. Oh, because it's, yeah, I know why it's, okay, fine. Oh, fine. We'll just leave it. Margin, what if I do margin auto? Fine, okay. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I know why. It's not inline block, it's just inline. So if I say image, display inline block instead of just inline, then I can give it a margin of auto, I believe. Dang. I can give it a text align center. No, I'm failing. Fine. Okay, we'll just leave it there for now. Okay, hold on a second. All right, I couldn't stand it. I needed it to be centered. So we have to do a couple things here. We are going to first give main. So here's main. We have this section of 2 columns. Oh, actually, let's just make a section for the image. That'll be easier. Section. Take that closing tag, put it below the image. I'm going to indent this, so I'm going to click in the beginning and say tab. And then let's give this a class of bunny. Okay, so now I've got that in there. I can say for bunny, I believe, let's see if I can do it the short way. Nope. Okay. Oh yeah, there you go. That's easy. So just the section, the bunny section has text align center. And then I don't have to mess with too much because I should probably give this image a size, but I don't want to. let's see. That's I think that's all because the video's getting long. Okay, thank you. Also, yeah, before, let's check it in. I want to also just show you that you can do this from Visual Studio Code. Where is it? So because I have Git installed basically via this like desktop app, they like installed it on my machine, so it's available everywhere. Oh, that's workflow. Sorry, this is GitHub. I can also check stuff in here. So this little forking thing is it's like the Git icon, and here are all my changes. I can just put a message in here and just say added bunny, whatever message I want to say, and then I hit the commit button. There are no staged changes. Would you like to stage all your changes and commit them directly? Yes. So it doesn't do the add part. It just yep. But anyway, I'm going to say yes. And then I'm going to say sync changes, and that's going to push it. This action will pull and push commits from and to origin. I'm going to say okay. And that does the same thing as the desktop app. The nice thing about the desktop app is that you can have, it's more visual. So if I go back to history, I can see there's my added bunny. I can see all the things that I added. I can see that I added a new file, and I can see all the changes that I just added in green or the things that got taken away in red. So it's a good visual kind of history of what you've changed, and you can kind of jump back into old history based on the files. All right, let's wrap this up. Thank you.